Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of a MAGA revolt in MAGA world. And you know what's amazing is that many of the people that are hardcore, blind Trump supporters, they're still supporting what is obviously bad. And they're blind, they're ignorant, and they think they're smart because they get online and they get a PhD in surfing Google or Facebook. But I'm straying off my point. The reason why I'm talking about this is because we have seen town halls in red states and Republican districts that have had conservative Republican voters, constituents that have shown up to complain to the elected officials, legislators, or lawmakers like Senator Graham, not Senator Graham, I'm sorry, Senator Marshall of Kansas, or Congressman McCormick of Georgia, and other lawmakers around the country who have had town halls where American voters that support Trump are upset what's going on with DOGE, with the Department of Government Efficiency led by Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla and Twitter. People are not liking what's going on. What we have told you from the beginning, this was a hatchet job, just cutting off jobs right and left without care. And that has reached some MAGA voters, Trump voters, or families, or friends, or people they know, and specifically veterans who have been affected by being laid off or fired for no reason, even they have a good track record as employees. And now these people showing up and pretty much complaining to the pretty hard to the elected leaders about what's going on, what they're going to do about it. Even Senator Marshall in Kansas walked out of the town hall, and they were not even yelling at him or being violent or aggressive. They were just asking him, what are you going to do about it? They asked him, it was a question about the veterans, the being hurt by the layoffs. And he left the meeting early. And people were very angry, very upset about that, like disrespectful. Same thing with the other elected leaders having town halls around the country where there are people in rural areas, red states, that are complaining about what's going on. Well, now that happened to them, they're going back to DC. They're afraid of getting voted out in the midterms because some of those people at the town halls were saying, we're going to vote you out if you do nothing about this, if you ignore what's going on. And I know we're talking about Project 2025 slightly. You have to read it. But they went back to DC and they complained. Oh, and let me bring something out that might come up in comments. One of the lawmakers said that these were maybe paid protesters or paid people to show up and sabotage the town halls. First, Trump said it in a tweet in his on Truth Social company, and a lawmaker repeated it without basis, without proof. And when he was pressed on it, I believe it was Senator, not sure, but besides the point, you can Google it, you can find it. He said, oh no, I'm not, it's just a rumor, we just heard, there's no proof. See, people running their mouths. So what happened now? What's happened next is now that went back to DC and complain about DOGE, and they're firing people unfairly around the country, just like a hatchet job, just doing things in a very arbitrary, cruel way. And they addressed it with the cabinet agency heads and DC. They say, hey guys, you guys need to do something about this. This is what's going on. And some of them even, I think they address also Elon Musk about it. Hey, take a step back on what you're doing here. Take it easy. And they had a meeting, I believe it was yesterday, when Trump, Elon Musk, and the secretaries of all the agencies were there, or most of them were there. And several of them let Elon Musk have it. It was a report that came out from several media, from reliable sources. You can Google it yourself. You can research it yourself. You can find it online. And for example, Secretary of State Marco Rubio was one of the people that complained about this, defending USAID, the company that was having those transgender mice experiments, which is a lie by Trump on his speech a few nights ago. It's about transgenic rodent experiments to fight deadly diseases like cancer or other diseases. But people just eat it up. And he was upset about that. He said, the agency does a lot of good. Also, another secretary, I believe was Secretary Sean Duffy. Sean Duffy. He is the Secretary of U.S. Department of Transportation, Sean Duffy. He's a Trumper, hardcore, just like all of them. They're MAGA. But they said, hey, DOGE needs to take it easy, slow down. It's not good to, he's in charge of the aviation as well. He says he's laying off air traffic controllers, air traffic controllers, and all other vital people, just for no reason. And he told them. Somebody else in the meeting that came to him and told him about it was, oh yes, very important, the Department of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the Secretary Doug Collins, also a very, very Trumper guy, a very MAGA guy. Both of the former congressmen, they have supported Trump all the way. One of them is, I believe, it was a Fox News business host at some point. The other one is, I forget what the other one is exactly, but there are people that are Trumpers, hardcore loyalists. And they were on Elon Musk telling him, hey, cut this out. Whatever you're doing here is arbitrary, unfair. And it's funny how so many people online defend Musk. And these people who are hardcore Trumpers are telling Trump and Elon, hey, this what's going on is no, not go. People from my area, my district, my state are coming at me. It's affecting them. We have to listen or they're going to vote us out. Pretty much, that's the message. No more MAGA. MAGA, then Democrats come back in. And they say, we agree there's a waste. There is. And there is abuse. Yes, there is. But you cannot just come in there and just kill everybody. You got to do it in a fair manner, professional manner to get this done right. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere. So, anyway, I feel like saying that tonight because it's funny to hear so many people online, Trumpers and MAGA people defending what Elon Musk is doing. And now, right now, they're seeing the people in their own circle of friends. I'm even wondering some of those people online, whether they're bots or they're trolls, or they really know people around them that might be hurt by this. And they're ignoring it, or they just happen not to know anyone who's hurt by it. But they don't have their mind is closed. MAGA, Trump, and they eat it up. Oh, let me give you just a little, one more thing before I let you go. Somebody who was against it but couldn't attend the meeting was the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent. He couldn't go to the meeting, but he's one of the people he was very upset about this. He's being reported that he's been complaining about it. And guess who was the one person who defended Elon Musk? The U.S. Department of Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. He's the only one that defended Elon Musk. Why? Because he's the Secretary of Commerce. Money, corporations. Who cares about the average guy? That's the only one. Commerce Secretary. The one who represents the corporations. Everybody else in the meeting was like, yeah, Elon needs to show back and do this right. Get the right amount of waste, save money, stop abuse, but do it right. If not, we're going to kill ourselves. We're going to hurt ourselves in the long run. And Trump at the end agreed. And you guys must have heard it in the news. Oh, Trump now, he's told Elon, yeah, Elon, he can only advise with DOGE. They can only advise. I want to let everybody know that the secretaries of all agencies, you're in charge. You decide who gets fired, who decides what. They're only giving you advice. He cleared that up today. And hopefully Trumpers out there will think a little bit more and say, hey, I guess I was a little too blind, like a zombie. Maybe yes. We're going to step back, stand back and stand by, because now Trump said it. That's funny, isn't it? Anyway, hasta la vista, baby. And y'all have a good night.